What's up, people? Welcome to this episode of the By the Hood podcast or webcast because I don't know how you're consuming this content. I'm your host as always. My name is Jimmy. And as we start off every show, that's with gratitude. Just want to say thank you to everyone who supports anything that we do. Special shout out to all the students from By the Hood University, as well as all the students in our By the Hood ownership camp. Camp is going amazing. Shout out to our brother Link Green who came through to teach the babies about cryptocurrency. That class was amazing. But I'm joining my partner, Crown Core. What's up, good brother?
You know how I feel, man. Every day's a good day. Every day above ground is a good day. I'm never going to complain about being alive.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it. So as you know, our platform is designed to highlight brothers and sisters who are doing amazing, positive work, building our community and just have a conversation with them and, kind of get a feel for their background and to share their story with the world. Today, we are joined by our DCG brother, someone who's out here on YouTube teaching the community about cryptocurrency. He's a, well-rounded investor, not just crypto, real estate, and the whole nine, but we got our brother Crypto Black here. Crypto Black, what's up, good brother?
It's good, brother. How you guys doing, man?
Appreciate having me, man. Glad to see you.
Absolutely, man. So listen, man, you give out a lot of knowledge on your channel, the Crypto Black channel right here on YouTube. You see the Bitcoin clock shining behind you. But let's start talk about your background a little bit. Where are you originally from?
Yeah, man. Again, thanks for having me on the show, man. Yeah, man. I'm Crypto Black, and man. I'm actually from Jersey, from South Jersey, a place called Goultown, right outside of Bridgeton. Actually, the oldest oldest and the first Black founded town in the country. I can put my stamp on that. So, okay. So from there, been around. Pretty much, I'm a Jersey boy. I spend a lot of my time in Philly, right where you guys is at. So, I know a good cheesesteak when I taste one, but yeah, man, it's from South Jersey, grew up, first, started off in the projects and, parents worked their way up and, guys inside a nice little area. And that's where Goultown at. And, middle class, African Americans, you could be there all summer. You won't see not one white person. Like, you know what I mean? It was crazy, and I love telling this story of, I never had a white principal until I actually got to high school. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't. So just like I always seen like positive Black male and females, teachers and scholars and different people. You know what I mean? People take care of their families. So it's pretty good, and but you always see people work hard though. You know what I'm saying? I always see people work hard, bust their butts, on their jobs and everything, work long hours. And, I just was like, man, I just can't, I know it's an easier way. You know what I mean?
Got you. So let me ask you this question. Coming up, like, was investment anything that, was talked about in your neighborhood, or your family, or that's something that you picked up later on in life?
It's something I picked up later on in life. Like I seen people, you know how it is. You grow up and you seeing like, you see the dope boys and everything like that. They doing their thing, and you like, damn, I want to, I want to be able to get, cars and stuff like that. But it was like I really didn't see too much of investing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just more so of working hard, bust your butt, work overtime, and then you can afford to do things, take a vacation once a year or something like that. Or just, try to spur a little bit on Christmas time or something. But, man, I just seen people work this stuff, pretty much at death, man. Like, you know what I mean? And just people dying early. So my cousin actually out in Philly, he actually put me on, like, he was doing real estate. He's still doing now. And he was like, yo, man, I'm buying these houses and I'll flip them. I do this and do that. I put this amount of money in. I get this money out. So I'm like, oh, cool. I used to ride around with him. I was young boy. I ride around with him like 14, 15 years old. And he's riding, he's West Philly, South Philly. He's pulling up. And people was handing him cash. Like, you know what I mean? We riding up. I'm like, oh, was you hustling or something? Like, now I'm doing real estate and everything like that. So these was rumor houses he had at the time. So I'm like, okay. And they pay you weekly. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like stuff like that. Like, so he was telling me, like, you just do that. So then, what I did, I went to college out Full Sail. After I went to Full Sail, I started meeting different investors there. And I got back and, like, you know what I mean? I was like, all right, cool. I gotta start taking money. And then pretty much let it work for me.
What was your major at Full Sail?
I did recording arts.
Okay, recording arts. All right, so recording
Nice.
arts, but you still wanted to get into investing when you got finished up there. You tried to get into investing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So what was that journey like? Becoming an investor, like how did that work for you? Did you jump into it and try to do a flip? Did you jump into it, try to do a buy and hold? What was that journey like for you?
It was a buy and hold. So it was, first property I bought was 4-unit rental, buy and hold.
Oh, you jumped right to a 4-unit?
Yeah, jump right to a 4-unit.
I forget them small ones. You just went right to a 4.
No, because I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because because he was like my cousin, he told me like he always guided me. You know what I mean? So he was like, look, he said, what you need to do is, he said, you always want to have more than one door, because if you have less than one, if you have less than 2 doors, one door, that's it. Then basically, when that person move out, that's 100% of your money. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, so if you so you get a mortgage that covers, if one tenant, if not most 2, like 50%. So if 2 leaves, then you like, you know what I mean? You go from there. At least you're good. So that's why I was like, you know what? And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because I got into the reason I wasn't scared for the 4-unit was because I got into property management. So I used to work for the largest property management company in the world. So I was assistant manager. So I did all the books and everything like that. Accounting, I knew all the laws and everything like that. So that's when I moved out west, moved out to Phoenix, whatever. And then when I did that, like when I went first, I was so used to, handling 200-300 units. So when I bought my own unit, 4 units, that was a breeze. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I'm assistant manager and I'm doing all the books and everything like that. And I was running the property for about like 3 months.
So how did you get into the property management business? Was that something that you just looking for a job and got one, or how that came about?
Yeah, because my man was like, yo, look, it was up in North Jersey. So my man was like, I moved to Jersey City. So I moved around. I was in Jersey City. I lived there about 10 years. My man was like, yo, look, you want to, we got this position over here in property management. Cause I knew I was going to move, to Phoenix. I knew I was going to move because after I read a book, and we'll get to that a little bit later. After I read a book, and I'm like, okay, cool. Let me. I'm gonna go to Phoenix out west, and then I'm try to buy some stuff out there. And I was like, what's an easy transition? Transition is, okay, I can work in property management, and then I can transition because there's properties everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Around the country, but specifically there. So my man's he was at the position for a long time, and he was like, yo, look, come over here. And actually my manager at the time, the property manager, she's from Camden. So she was like, oh, yeah, you from South Jersey too? All right, cool, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? So we was running a property luxury building. A lot of celebrities lived over there. So it was pretty good. I jumped right in, and pretty much hung out over there and did my thing. And then that's when I just transitioned and went over to Phoenix. And that's how I got the property management.
Okay. All right. Interesting. So then you got the 4-unit. Now you're in the real estate game. Let's get into this, though. So, you're still as you're an investor, you invest in whatever because you're an investor, right? You're an investor at heart. But what you're known for here on YouTube and, as part of our mastermind group, and for those who don't know, we all are part of the DCG Mastermind group. You're known for, your crypto analysis, right? How did you make that transition from real estate investor to crypto?
Yeah, because, I'm pretty sure you guys know, once you're an investor, you're an investor. So you're looking at analyzing stuff, and you're saying, okay, look, if this makes, if I put this money in here, how long will it take for me to get this money back? You know what I mean? This is like a good investment. How many people need it? Is a certain demand for it? What's the supply as well? So when you're looking at different things and you analyzing stuff, then you're like, okay, cool. So my man's hit me up and he was like, yo, I need my neighbor back in Jersey City. I'm living in Phoenix. He's like, yo, look. Yo, you heard of Bitcoin? This was 2016. He's like, yo, you on Bitcoin? You heard of Bitcoin? I'm like, yo, I heard of it before, but like, you know what I mean? Like nobody really explained it to me. So he was like, all right, cool, bet. I'm about to explain all this to you right now. So he started telling me everything about it. And then I was like, all right, cool. And then he was like, yo, just think about it. You know what I mean? Because he had a business owner. He had comic book business, stuff like that. So he was like, I was like, all right, cool. And then he like, I'm gonna let you sit on it for a couple of days, and I'm gonna hit you in a couple of days. Let me know what you think. So when he did that, man, open Pandora's box. Like I just seen the supply. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, it's only 21 million, and this thing all around the world. Or I can just walk around, and just pay with stuff anywhere in the world with just my phone. Oh, this is all about decentralization. I'm being my own bank. Nobody can tell me, you know what I mean, about my money. So I'm just like, oh, this is like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I get it. Like, you know what I mean?
You got it right away. So you got it right away. It didn't take you no time.
Yeah.
So let's salute to you, because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't get it right away. Like not that I think I was just so into real estate. It took me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a minute, right? Because I was so into real estate, so I wasn't trying to hear anything else. But
it's true though. It's true because I mean, cause I have my TD Ameritrade account, like with stocks and everything, is 08.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As soon as that market crashed, I was like, all right, let me jump in stocks. Let me start buying some stuff. So I was an investor, like buy and hold. I wasn't a trader or nothing like that. I was like, I'm more like, we are investors. You know what I mean? You can tell by what kind of investor I am. I'm like buy and hold, not a flip guy. Like, you know what I mean? Still, I'm scared of death to do a damn flip. Like to y'all probably be like, no, man, what are you talking about? And I see him do so much money, and plus I know a lot of people. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, yo, like, you know what I mean? I'd rather just buy it, hold it, and just make the money passively. You know what I mean? That's why I love DeFi so much. But when you're looking at with crypto, it was so instant, man. It was so instant to where it was like, okay, this is it's solving a problem, and the little man can actually come up from this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made so much sense to me.
Yeah, I got you. So I guess like when you went down a rabbit hole that we all go to, when you really start to study Bitcoin, put it like this: when you start to study Bitcoin, stacking sats actually becomes addictive. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But so you went full-fledged into that, and now you're a great analyst. We've seen the plays that you've called out. You're educating the community. How did that part come about for you deciding, like, you know what? Let me create a YouTube channel. Let me educate the community on this space. What made you want to do that?
Yeah, because with me, man, naturally, I'm a giver. Like, naturally, I want to help people. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen people work so hard. And I see my people, man, that work so hard down to the bone, to the day they die. You know what I'm saying? And they they really don't have too much. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's like if I find something like, yo, here you go. Like when I first got in real estate, I'm like, yo, look, you can buy out, look, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can hold it, this and that, make money. And so it was like when I got in the crypto, I'm just like, yo, look, this is what it is. Look, this is your freedom. Like, you know what I mean? You can literally take your money, like you said, dollar cost average, every single week or once a month or every 2 weeks, however you want to do it. And this thing ain't doing nothing but going up. Like, you got to be crazy if you're not getting into it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and because I'm used to the stocks, so I'm just like, so when I'm like, all right, cool, something goes up 1-2% or maybe 5% in a year, you like, yo, we about to throw a party. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you look, and then Bitcoin, you looking at it and you're like, yo, this joint went up 30% today. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mind was blown. I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? So everybody got to know about this. You got to know about it right now. So I got, YouTube was a big bullhorn. So I got on there and I started telling everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got you.
You got to get in this, yo.
All right, so one thing I do want to say, I want to make sure I put this on the record. Anything we say here is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Anything we say is not investment advice. But my next question to you is this, though. What was the reaction bringing crypto to the people versus, say, bringing real estate? Like, what was the response from the people? Was it more difficult to get them to see crypto than it was real estate?
It was more harder for crypto. I mean, it was easier for crypto than real estate to me.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, and I appreciate, man, we got a renter mentality. It's like, yo, my mom rented, my dad rented all their life. I'm renting, and they don't know what they don't know, right? So it's like with Bitcoin, you tell somebody, hey, look, or Ethereum or whatever like that, yo, put $100 in. That's realistic. You tell somebody, hey, look, we about to buy a house, they just get scared. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, oh man, I don't know. I need this money, my credit, and this and that. So it was easier because like, yo, you don't need no credit, you don't need this and that, whatever, to buy, Bitcoin. He's downloading your phone, download the app, and then there you go. So it was easier to get people to like buy into the Bitcoin thing. It's quicker to, you know what I mean? It's a quick thing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Got you. So now, where you at now? Are you still, do you still do real estate, or you just all crypto, or you still just do both? You're both an investor at this point.
So I sold my properties 2019, moved back to Jersey. And right before COVID. Like literally right before COVID. So right now I'm full-time crypto. I didn't want to manage my properties from across the country. I didn't even want trust no management company either from across the country. So I would call it. So I'm full-time crypto, but I am definitely getting back into real estate. I'm just waiting for, you know, a little slowdown. It was too hot.
Got you. So with crypto, are you more of a buy and hold guy there too, like you or everything else?
I was, until I really got into DCG, and then that's when I really started trading. I started trading more. I started looking at the way they see things, and then utilizing a mastermind report. So I'm just like, okay, cool. I could buy this and buy that during this time, and then sell it during this time. You know what I'm saying? And then buy some more, hop in and hop out. But yeah, I'm more of a swing trader. You know, you might see me with those poop coins. You know, I day trade them all day long, get that quick money. But overall portfolio, more swing trade long term.
Got you. Let me ask you this question. With DCG, and like I mentioned earlier, DCG is a mastermind that we all belong to. If you need information, you can hit us up, and we'll definitely take care of that. And there'll be a link in the description as well. But my question to you is, how is DCG? Like, what is the most valuable part of DCG for you?
The most valuable part about DCG, man, is just that there's no egos. You know how it is. You know, you go in, and everybody's like, you know, you're amongst a lot of successful people. And that's how I started being later. You know, my later 20s. You know what I mean? So I've been around more successful people. You still run to the egos. People ego trip. So the best thing about DCG is, man, like Jamar, man, you put a bunch of smart people together and a bunch of different leaders together, and like, look, we all gonna get together. We all gonna make money together, but it's gonna be like a family. You see what I'm saying? And you know, and so we have different people that's really smart in what they do, and you can go right there and you can ask them. We have millionaires inside our group. You can go right there and ask them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think that's the most valuable thing, where there's no egos, and you can pretty much get valuable information from very smart people, and just like that, instantaneously.
Got you. So let me ask you a question. I'm pretty sure Bitcoin is probably your favorite or top holding, right? And this is not investment advice. Just asking. Are there any other projects that you are like, you know, just super long on?
Yeah.
What's that?
Cardano. I've been in Cardano since 2 cents. Cardano, Ethereum. Ethereum is very, very, it's one of my favorite coins. I tell people, for me personally, if you get into cryptocurrency, what I like to do, in my opinion, is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance. I said I stick to those 4 coins. Binance, you know, it has the utility behind it. You see what's going on with Binance Smart Chain right now. MAG is starting to be one of my favorite coins as well. Easy money. So those type of things right there. Binance had a utility behind it. Cardano have a full ecosystem that they're building, and it's gonna get bigger and better and better. Cardano was staking. I mean, a lot of money was staking. You know, just sitting there, letting it just sit there and just pretty much just earn more Cardano for me. And but Bitcoin, you know, solved that problem. It's the king. You know, it is what it is. Ethereum have pretty much the full-blown ecosystems are surrounded and built on it. So it's always going to be used, because if you need to use certain other protocols, you need Ethereum to pay the gas. So, you know, it's like having a real nice car, but you know, you'll need some gas stations. If not, you ain't going nowhere.
No doubt. Okay, just want to get that. So, Corey, you got any questions for the brother?
Yeah, I do. When you transition from real estate to full-time crypto, what was the transition like, as far as like like moving your assets and all of that stuff into the crypto realm, as compared to moving assets around in the real estate?
Yeah, it was simple because I was doing crypto for years then, and I understood the cycles. So at that time, when the cycle was in the middle of a bear market, so it was like this DCA, like every time, like I like to buy on Sundays, because every time it's a dip, I just buy it on those Sundays. So it was very simple. Like I had my money in like I said, I sold properties and stuff like that, and then I just had the money. I'm sitting on a nice amount of cash, and then DCA, buy, and you buy a few Bitcoin, and buy, a lot of Ethereum because you knew all time high. Bitcoin is $3,000, $4,500. At the time, you're like, okay, let me buy one or two of these. Ethereum was $100, $200. Let me buy like 10 of them because I knew previous all-time high Bitcoin going to get back to 20,000. I knew that was easy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, let's just do this. And then getting with DCG, it was just like, all right, let's this is how we can make it work. And then when DeFi came, it was over.
So the thing is, and I heard you mention this a couple of times, right? You talked about DCA, which is dollar cost averaging. For those that may not understand that's your preferred way of buying, right?
Yeah, I think that's to me personally. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best way. I think it's the best way to buy.
I agree with you. That's how I buy stocks. I buy crypto. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but I just I'm very self-aware. I don't want to try to time any market. I just want to have time in the market. So for me, DCA is how I do everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So Corey, you had another question, good brother?
Yeah. The other question I have is, how did you make the transition from real estate to crypto originally? Like when you was doing the fourplex or whatever you was doing, and then you was doing the management, the property management. And then how did you go from property management directly into crypto? Like what was the spark for you? What was the thing that was like, all right, I gotta do this? I know you said that you just saw it right away, but what was the spark? Like what was that original spark for you?
The spark was just basically, I know this thing is going to change the world. And like once you become an investor and you analyze things, and you look at things, and you're like, yo, it's more people, more institutions are looking to buy into it. So this thing is going to go crazy. So I got to put my all into it right now, or I can be left behind. Because we all know, everybody in the crypto, you ask somebody in crypto, man, what's the one thing you regret not getting, with crypto? Everybody say, I just regret not getting it sooner. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yo, this thing is going to me personally, I'm not telling anybody on a YouTube channel or anything like that. To me personally, I believe Bitcoin going to hit $1 million. So when you're dealing with the trading side and with DCG, I can make a living from it. And I'm like, man, I don't gotta worry about no tenants calling me, and this and that. All I worry about is Bitcoin calling me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was just that thing. But I love real estate. Don't get me wrong, I love it. And I'm definitely full-fledged back into it. Like I feel crazy. I told my fiance yesterday, I feel crazy. I don't know right now. I want somebody calling me like, yo, my toilet clogged. You know what I mean? But it just when that transition of when you trade and you're able to just pretty much, you look at it and it's like, okay, cool. I can make $500,000, $2,000-$3,000, you know what I mean, this week or today. Then it's like, it's much easier. I don't have to do this stuff. Once you understand the art and master the art of trading, it opens your eyes even more. You know what I mean? And then now with DCG, you're just like, you're leveraging other people to get what you need. You see what
Absolutely.
I'm
saying? Listen, what you said was very powerful right there, because when you start to do you start to fully analyze, right? So I'm always going to be a real estate guy, because one of the things I can say is when you combine the two, when you combine the market, the crypto and the real estate in one, is very powerful, right? So my sats are purchased by my tenants. My tenants buy my crypto for me. with the cash flowing property. Mm-hmm. But on the flip side, I also understand what you're saying when you talk about trading, right? So let's just say, for argument's sake, I have a property that cash flows $1,000 a month after expenses. After I talk about water, taxes, that whole nine. How long will it take me to make that $1,000 trading? That might take me a day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So when you start to think about it that way, it kind of changes things. Now, I still believe combining them all is the right way to go because of the diversification. But not only that, what if I don't want to trade? You know, I'm always going to have something coming. You know what I mean? But I do believe in, you know, be your own bank. You know what I'm saying? Like the church says, I believe in that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that when you're being your own bank, you have to do that with real estate, with crypto, with the markets. There's all kinds of ways to do that. So, but you got to figure it out, man. Because I've watched your channel for the content you provide. And for everybody watching this, please make sure you check out his YouTube channel. He gives out all kinds of great information and keeps you up to date with the news within the crypto space. So salute to you for your channel too, man. Your channel is very informative.
Yeah, man. Right to it.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks to you guys.
Absolutely.
Too. What you guys doing with the kids and everything is powerful, man.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. So let me ask you this question though. Throughout this journey of you know, you said you started in the projects as a kid in Jersey, to now you're like full-time crypto trading, investing. What has been like the biggest hurdles that you had to overcome to get you from where you started to where you are now?
I would say, you know, having that confidence and believing in yourself, because when you know, and having enough mentors. So I was believing in yourself probably was the biggest hurdle, and you know, but once you do that, it's over. Once you do that,
what helped you with that? What helped you with with that, believing in yourself?
Being around different mentors, seeing people do it, and I would ask questions. I would start reading books, and then I would start asking people questions, and then people, like powerful people and rich people, they'll answer. So it was like, wow, like, you know what I mean? Because first you're like, man, they ain't gonna talk to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, and then you're like, all right, cool. Hey, you know, what about this? What about that? And then they're like, yeah, this, and that, and that. And they just talk. They keep talking. You know what I mean? And then you're like, all right, cool. And then I say, then once they start telling you, like, yo, do this and do this and do that. And then once you start applying it, you know what I mean? Not just a bunch of words. Oh, I'm trying this. I'm trying to be that. So somebody always told me, they said, don't be a trying to, you know, person. Use another word.
Listen, I got you. But yeah, so here's the thing, though. So you would say mentorship. Mentorship is that thing that helps you.
Yeah, mentorship is the number one thing.
And now, something else I noticed throughout this conversation, you mentioned reading a couple times. So I take it that you're a reader. So with that being said, what is book or a couple books that's helped you along this journey?
3 books helped me the most. As far as business-wise, first book that really got me going was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Mm-hmm. Rich Dad, Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki. I started going on a rabbit hole with this whole cash flow quadrant thing, everything. 48 Laws of Power.
Okay.
That was the second one that really got me to be like, okay, understanding people and be able to talk to people and read them and everything. Mm-hmm. And Power Knowledge for Dr. Claude Anderson.
Oh,
huh?
I know I was saying that's my favorite book of all time.
Yeah, bro. So like those 3 books right there, man, really like changed me. You know what I'm saying? It changed the way I thought and everything. So, yep. Okay, that's some powerful books right there. Powerful books, man. So listen, it's been amazing talk. So thank you for sharing your story. But let me ask you this question. You know, Crypto Black with the YouTube channel, you know, with the mentorship, because now you're a mentor. Like I see you out there, you're a mentor to others, and you know you have your own group and everything that you're building. What is the future for your business? The future is to get more people on board, more people to learn, more people to have generational wealth and freedom. You know, it's nothing like taking a vacation whenever you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like being able to spend time with your family whenever you feel like it. You know, so like I said, I grew up where it's just like people work so hard, and you know they have very little afterwards, or you know they all, health wise, they all messed up. You know what I'm saying? Come from working hard, and then you know, and not spending time for their friends and family and freedom. So just like, you know, that's my next step. If I can help people become independent and free, man, you know, I feel like I did my job.
Okay, that's the man. That's a lot right there, man. Listen, and I just want to say, we appreciate the work that you do, because I know Corey, and I can speak for Corey when I say this, that we both believe that it's important that our people study the blockchain space, cryptocurrency space, and see what's going on there. And that's kind of the work that you're doing. So I just want to salute you for that, man. We appreciate you.
For sure.
I appreciate you guys, man. What you guys are doing.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So to our audience out there, listen. Make sure you follow everything that Crypto Black has going on. Check out his YouTube channel. We're going to put the links to his social media and his YouTube within the description. So please make sure you check out everything he's got going on. Support him. And you can learn a lot from his channel. So he's always updating us on the news and the happenings that are happening within the space. So it's very important to just, go take a look. With that being said, though, it's been another amazing episode. Crypto, we appreciate you, brother. Anything you need from us, we're here to support you. You are brother,
always.
A DCG brother, so we got you. And for our audience, as we always say, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep. Game elevates, and we'll see you guys on our next episode. Peace.